Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, cryptojiri. Today we're gonna be talking about how to invest into Bitcoin and how to trade it, as well as the fundamentals of how to make money with it. So a lot of people do think that, to get into Bitcoin, you have to buy a whole Bitcoin, which is somewhere around, as of right now, $10,000, which is not entirely true. So as you guys can see right here, right, $1 is about 0.0010 of a Bitcoin. Um, in terms of that, that basically means Satoshis. So like for example, the dollar and the cents. So cents are Satoshis. Um, so it doesn't matter how much money you have, you could still buy into Bitcoin and you could accumulate over time. As well, it will grow for you in your wallet or as well as in the exchange or into your trading account, vice versa. Okay. So, for example, a lot of people have heard of Coinbase just because of them teaming up with the feds as well as the IRS. They are great people. I've talked to a couple of them as well as the founders. They do have not a lot of fees, but it is fairly the main source if you really want to stay safe and if you really want to trust someone. I recommend Coinbase just because they are reliable. But of course, the saying is don't ever leave your money in a crypto exchange, even in any exchange other than crypto, because you never know what could happen. What could happen? They could get hacked. They could also, shut down and then your crypto or your money's with them. So I really wouldn't recommend it, but of course you could always, you know, be with them. There's also another exchange called the Kraken Exchange. They are great people. I've also talked to them and always listened to them. Of course, they do have their own fees as well. I know Kraken for the margin fees is at least 0.1%, as well as every 4 hours you are trading with them is 0.1% if you're leveraging. And then if you're just, buying Bitcoin, then the taker and maker fees are about, depending on how much you put in, of course, but they're about 22% to 27% for taker and maker fees, which is not that bad. That's like a couple of dollars if you're investing $100 or 1,000. And then same thing with Coinbase. I think there is about, let's see, should be around 10 to 20%, I'd say. I used to be with Coinbase, but me personally, I got into Abra and Cash App, which I will be showing you later. This is Qcoin, another great exchange that I have been using. So you guys could use this as price action execution prices, so you gotta get the best prices you can. You could do that with Coinbase. They have this thing called Coinbase Pro, as well as Kraken. They do have their own leveraging app as well as their own website. Now we'll go to cryptocurrency, CoinMarketCap. This is a great website. Reason being is because it does show you the Bitcoin dominance over all of the other altcoins. As you can see, right, Bitcoin's up 5.33%, which is awesome. It did reach 10,000, but of course, a higher high has to, bounce off a little bit. We can't always be in the green, right? We have to be up and down sometimes, but we're still in the best solutions instead of stocks as well as commodities. Um, Great website, honestly, just because it gives you so much information. You could also get news from here. If you go to Hugo's broker, this is the broker that I personally use. This is where if you actually want to trade your assets, not owning Bitcoin like I showed you in the Kraken Exchange and Coinbase Exchange, this is where you actually just trade it. So you're basically not betting, but initially you're just buying and selling pips, as you say, in the market. Of course, you get over 500 leverage, which is awesome. You can make tons of money. Minimum deposit is $10. And there's over 31 cryptos as well as 104 stocks and 55 currencies, right? which is awesome. You could make tons and tons of money from the foreign exchange and as well as the crypto exchange. Great leveraging, tight spreads. So if I were you, I'd take a look at it, read up more about it. If you have more questions, of course, you could get them in the comments section below and I could answer you guys. And then we'll go to Cash App. So this is basically the one that I use the most personally, just because it's fast, easy, and just reliable, because all I do is just buy it and take it out from there, because I don't really trust an exchange, or I really don't trust um any app or any basically people to have my money in their accounts, right? That's just how banks work, of course, these days. So as soon as I buy it, I go straight to my wallet, which will basically be my Treasure wallet. That's the one I have as of today, and that's the one I use. I specifically use the Model T one, which I will be getting into soon. That's where basically I started. So I just buy it from the exchanges and take it right away out, because you never know. But like I said, they could get hacked, or they could just have their site shut down by the government, or right, the IRS, stuff like that. And then Abra is another great one. I used to use this a lot just because of their reliability and the backstory of how this has happened, the way that they made it. I forgot the guy's name, but he used to have been in the Central Intelligence or in the Army. Uh, Basically, he knows that how the government is really trying to monetize how much we make and stuff like that. So he made an app on the cryptocurrencies where you could buy, sell, as well as store. When I first got into Bitcoin, this is what I used a lot, but I don't use anymore. But I really do recommend Abra as your starting point if you don't need to buy a cold wallet, if you really just want a mobile wallet. And basically what wallets are initially is imagine like your wallet right now, right? It has cash, credit cards, and all that stuff. Or if you have like an iPhone, right? You have the wallet app on your phone. That's basically is a wallet for crypto initially. And then a cold wallet is basically a little device where you could store all your money into. It's like a bank account, but only you could see how much you have in there and you could transfer it to anywhere. That's the one I have. It's really awesome. Um, and then there's also other ones called like the warm wallet, cold wallet, and all those cool technologies that I really won't get into the video because I'm just trying to keep it very simple and basic. So the first cold wallet that I'm going to get into is called the Ledger wallet. These are great wallets for beginners just because of how cheap they are and how reliable they are. As you can see, right, there's a Nano S and then a Nano X. The big difference between these two guys is mainly how much you could store in there and how much you could store is most likely like altcoins as well as other sorts of assets. So as you can see, right, the Nano X, you have more cryptocurrencies and altcoins on here, rather than the Nano S. You have three main versions, which I'm guessing is gonna be Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum, just because they're like the top three ones as of right now. And then you get your own desktop version of it, as well as you could hook it up to your mobile phone, which is awesome. This is the one I recommend for people who are starting out. But if you have not deep pockets, but if you're willing to invest into right this asset as well as keeping it safe, which I really recommend, would be the Trezor. This is the one I personally use. Of course, this is my own personal opinion. I do have the Model T version of it. So if you actually take a look, let's see. Right, I have this one. The reason being is because it's a no-brainer in my opinion, just because of how much altcoins you're already getting, plus the new ones that are coming out and that they're like supporting. It is touchscreen, which I guess is cool. All you do is just type in your passcode, so that no one could get into it. And then from there, right, you could view the passphrase and then how much you have on your device without connecting it to a computer or mobile phone. They are coming with SIM cards, so like if you're trying to store other than, let's say, your money, and then you can store something else, of course, and then this one already comes with encrypted storage with the Model T that I have personally. File encryption, they already had that. They just haven't updated it yet, but this is the one I personally have. I think it's around, I think I paid 90 euros, I think. 150 euros. I'm sorry. Yeah, 150 euros. So that's right, $200. And then compared to, let's say, for example, the Treasure One, that's around, I think, yeah, 50 euros. Um, they're both great devices, right? But me personally, if I'll invest another couple or $60, I'd rather keep it safe than, be sorry about it. But yeah, guys, so that's basically the tips and tricks of the fundamentals beginning of how to invest into Bitcoin, as well as how to store it and also how to trade it. Um, of course, I didn't tell you guys how to fundamentally do everything, just because we don't really have that much time. But at the end note, I'm going to give you guys some good news about what's going on in the cryptocurrency markets. Of course, Bitcoin, because that's the one I mostly focus on. So as you guys can see, Paul Tudor Jones reportedly buys Bitcoin as an inflation hedge, compares crypto to 70s gold trade. So I don't know if you guys watched my video from yesterday, but I do talk about how Bitcoin is literally the asset of gold, but it's better than gold just because the inflation of it, as well as the quantity and the desire. Because right, gold, you cannot trade it or send it to someone. It takes a lot of time. It's very heavy. For example, Bitcoin and crypto, it takes instantly, is just a second or a minute to send money across the world without um, any decentralized systems trying to get into it and stuff like that. So this is really good news, right? This is where all the whales come in. They do have a lot of money in their pockets, right? Because they're hedge funds, so they'll be a lot of players into them, which is good. But of course, if they back out, it's gonna get the markets into a bearish candle, but nothing too crazy because it's already in a bullish uh, go around. So alright guys, hope you guys had a great time watching this video. If you guys do like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, if you have any questions, put it in the comments below. And of course, have a great day guys and keep hodling.